Hello, everybody. Matthew Jacobs, Public Information Officer for the Four Brothers Storm Team. With me, Director of Communications, Al Dennis.
Hi, everybody. It's Al. Like Matt said, I'm the Director of Communications with the Four Brothers Storm Team.
And today we're going to talk about this clipper that will affect a large swath of the United States through the rest of this week. We'll talk to you a little bit about what can be expected as far as wind chills, temperatures, and we'll give you some definitions on what you need to know during winter weather events. So we are going to start with Al telling you about what can be expected over the next few days here across the United States.
All right, Matt. What we're looking at right now, we're looking at covering an area between now and 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Um, we've got a large clipper system coming down, dipping down as far down as into Kentucky with some of these temperatures. We're going to start off up in the northern part of the Midwest over the Dakotas. We're going to be looking at the wind chill factor right now. We have some as low as 8 degrees in the upper part of Minneapolis. We've got 11 degrees in the northern part of Minnesota, or I'm sorry, North Dakota. And then if we slide straight to the east there in the upper peninsula of Michigan, we can see the temperatures over there, like up around Manistee, or not Manistee, but Marquette, around 8 degrees there as well. The system is dipping down, like I said, covering mainly the northern part. I mean, obviously, there is colder temperatures throughout all of the United States, except for lucky Florida, which in the 65, 70 degree range right now. But some of these temperatures with the wind chills could be and can be very dangerous and deadly. Right now, around Detroit, Michigan, we're looking around 4 degrees. Davenport, Iowa, 11 degrees. We get down into like Toledo, Ohio, 6, Dayton, Cincinnati, just 12 degrees. This is including the wind. This is, again, the wind chill factor right now. And then it goes up at an angle covering along the Great Lakes towards Buffalo and up into the northeast with these deadly wind chills that's affecting us. And that is right now. As we continue to move forward in this, we will see that. Are you ready to scroll forward, Matt?
Yes, I whenever you are.
Okay. We will scroll forward and we can see, we'll take it to Tuesday. It'll say Wednesday 00 Zulu, which is 7 p.m. Eastern. We can now see up in the Dakotas, just across the border into Canada, minus 34, some minus 22, 27, 25s down around Minneapolis. You're looking at around 20, 18, 22 degrees. Again, Marquette, you're looking 6. Chicago, you're looking minus 12 degrees over towards Davenport into minus 10, 12 degrees. Come on up towards, get my bearings here, around Buffalo, New York, minus 9. So these colder temperatures, wind chills is sinking on us, and we're going to go ahead and move it forward to Wednesday at 12Z, which is 7 a.m. in the morning. We can see these cold wind chills are going to stick around, dipping the below zero stuff even lower. Dakotas, you can still look anywhere from 5 to minus 33. Yeah, I did not mistake that one. Minus 33 degrees, right on the border of North Dakota into Minneapolis, or I'm sorry, Minnesota. Minnesota, you're looking at some minus 30s to minus 28s. Green Bay, you're looking around minus 20. Chicago, you are looking around minus 20 as well. Davenport, around, let me find it, around minus 11. Dayton, Ohio, around -6, Cleveland -4, Buffalo area -5, and then when you get on up towards Maine, you're starting to see it creep back up into -31, -23 up in the upper northeast. We're gonna fast forward a little bit here. You can watch the temperatures move around. We're going to go to Thursday 9Z. Oh, past it. Mine only goes to 18Z, which is 1 p.m. Thursday afternoon Eastern. Are you with me?
Yep, I'm here. I'm at Thursday 9Z if you want to look at the screen share here.
Okay. We can see there the temperatures still very, very cold, very dangerous. 0 in Columbus, Ohio, 5 in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Again, -6 around Green Bay, Minneapolis, 13 degrees. You get over in the Northeast, you're still looking at -18, -12. Down around Paducah, Kentucky, as weird as this might sound, you're looking at around a 20 degrees. It's going to be a heat wave down there along the Kentucky Tennessee border. Tulsa, Oklahoma, you're looking around 27 degrees. As cold as that might be for Oklahoma, compared to -12 and -18 up in the Northeast, that is a heat wave. You want to take us on into Friday, sir?
Sure.
We can watch these temperatures as this cold air dives down a little bit more. We are now Thursday at 10 p.m. Getting back up that, like I said, that cold air dropping, or that cold wind chill, which is air temperature. This is what you're going to feel like. This is not the actual temperature, but if you're outside, this is what it feels like. -16 up in Dakota and Minneapolis. Go ahead and kick us on into Saturday morning, sir. Hey, we watch this, the temperatures as it moves. You can see we got a little bit of warm temperature coming, trying to creep up out of Texas on us, getting up into Kansas area. But that's not helping us in the Northeast. You can see the pattern remains the same, coming out of the Dakotas, coming down at an angle towards Kentucky, with that being the warmer sector, the colder sector being middle of Illinois, coming through Indiana, up through a diagonal through Ohio, clipping a pinch of Pennsylvania, some of the upstate New York. Again, hold it over the Buffalo area. I can't tell if that's a minus or not. Over more to your left. Yeah, you're still looking at about 3 degrees Saturday morning, and right a little to your left. Okay, still right there. The still looking at about 3 degrees, and the Buffalo, upstate New York, but on up again up into Maine and parts of the northern parts of the states. You're looking at some again some very dangerous wind chills, -6, -12. This is on the Canadian side of their states, but you can see in the color chart how it does cover parts of Maine and the upper northeast areas right there. -15, -13. I mean, these are pending what you're doing outside, which we'll talk about here in a moment. This could be extremely dangerous, and hope you all are not only taking this serious, but keeping a very close eye on the weather. Go ahead, Matt.
And like Al was saying, we're going to take a quick look at this wind chill chart here. Just so you're aware, if you're outside over the next, you're on my computer. Hold on a second.
All right.
All right, let's try this again. With the
I
wind
don't know how I took control of your computer.
with the wind chill chart, it'll give you a good idea if you work outside. Maybe you work for the city, county, you're out plowing, salting, any of that stuff. Even taking your dog outside. We talked about minus 40, 50 degrees with the wind chill. If we look at this chart in 10 minutes, you could be experiencing frostbite. And that's not fun for anybody, obviously. So, this chart takes, the amount of wind, and it takes this formula here, which is way beyond my pay grade, and
Mine too.
and the temperature, and that's how they figure out what the wind chill is. But we just wanted to show this chart so you're aware that, if it gets to negative 40, 50 degrees, it can take 5 minutes and you could develop frostbite. So if you are outside, make sure you are beyond bundled up over the next 3 to 4 days, with the fact that excuse me, frostbite can set in very quick. And with that being said, we'll now go over some definitions that we feel that you may need to know over the next few days to help keep you safe.
All right, Matt. Some of the definitions we're going to talk about real quick is winter weather. Is our winter weather information is wind chill. The wind chill is a temperature on how it feels, how cold it feels to us and to our animals. And with that said, if you do have outside animals in some of these temperatures, you might want to consider bringing them into your house. You hold them in your basement, keep them in a garage, whatever it takes to keep them warm, because this can be very deadly to animals. If they are outside, they're outside animals. Consider putting some extra straw in their dog houses, or give them something to block the wind. Take a sheet, hang up over the outside of the dog opening the door, help keep that wind in. Like I said, this is all about the wind speed as well as the temperature outside. Um, Wind chill is based on the rate of heat loss from exposed skin. The longer you're outside, like Matt was saying, with exposed skin, whether it's your hands being exposed, your face, whatever, that's when you're going to start getting into frost nip and frost bite. And I do want to point out real quick, frost bite and frost nip, they're burns. They're burns to your skin. Um, when you get into the more serious frostbite, it reacts just like uh, a burn does. The treatments are really the same when it comes to that, minus you want to warm up versus cool down, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to start off with frost nip. Frost nip is a mild form of frostbite. Uh, Continued cold exposure leads to numbness in the affected areas in your as your skin warms, you may feel pain and tingling. Frost nip doesn't cause um, permanent skin damage. You'll get that like when you've been out shoveling snow or playing snowball. You come back in, your hands are kind of that burning, tingling. Well, you've got frost nip, and glad you came in when you did. Um, Now we'll slip into frostbite. Now this is a more serious, and you could actually lose body parts or your life from this. Uh, Frostbite is once sub-zero temperatures hit, it takes anywhere from 30 minutes, like Matt said, to 5 minutes to get frostbite. At 15 below, which we see with some of these temperatures, that's half of what they are. I mean, there was some 30s and 40s up in Minneapolis and Dakota areas, or I'm sorry, Minnesota. I keep calling it Minneapolis, but up in Minnesota and North Dakota areas, there's some 30s, 40s. So, at 15 below, with just a little bit of wind, frostbite can set in within 15 minutes. That is as simple as I'm just going out to shovel the driveway or the walk real quick. That's an easy 15-minute job that can cause frostbite. Now, you got two different types of frostbite. You got a superficial frostbite, which a superficial frostbite causes a slight change in the skin color. The skin may begin to feel warm, and it's kind of odd that it says that, because you think frostbite, cold, everything's going to feel cold, but it's not. When you start getting frostbite, your hands will, again, back to what I said, will start to burn. So it'll start to feel warm. If you treat frostbite with rewarming at this stage, the surface of the skin may appear mottled, and what mottled is it's kind of a whitish, gray, bluish look, and you'll see little patches. Um, and you may notice some stinging, burning, and swelling. Um, your fluid may build up into blisters, and they can appear anywhere from 12 to 36 hours after rewarming the skin. So once you get your hands nice and warm and get everything back, blisters may slowly form over the next 12 to 36 hours. Now we're going to talk real quick about the more severe part of frostbite. And this is referred to as a deep severe frostbite. A frost, as it progresses, it affects all layers of the skin as well as tissues that are below the skin. The skin turns white or a bluish gray, like I talked about. You start to lose sensation. You don't feel whether it's cold or hot no more. You start having some pain, some discomfort in your joint, and muscles may stop working. You'll start forming large blisters in 24 to 48 hours after rewarming. Again, this is if you're able to fix it. After that, you'll start doing that. And at this point, normally what happens is the tissue starts to turn black, becomes hard to the touch. And what that is it's tissue necrosis. It's where the tissue has actually died. Um, for if you know about burns, you're talking third degree burns there. That's where it burns the deep skin layer, and that part of the body, that tissue is dead. So like your second degree would be your frostbite superficial, and then your first degree, your little minor burns that's easily overcome and moved through, will be your frostbite. And them are some of the definitions that we got from like the Mayo Clinic about terminology to know the difference between frost nip, frostbite, and the two different categories of frostbite. And I'll turn it back over to Matt.
And now we're just going to give you some definitions of what the National Weather Service means by watch, warning, and advisories during winter weather. Starting with a winter weather advisory. They are issued when snow, blowing snow, ice, sleet, or a combination of these wintry elements are expected, but conditions should not be considered severe. So it is the equivalent of a winter or a special weather statement during the spring where a storm may be impactful to driving and may be kind of a nuisance, but not necessarily considered a major threat. A watch or a winter storm watch is issued to provide 12 to 36 hours notice of the possibility, and I reiterate the word possibility, of severe winter weather. A watch is upgraded to a winter storm warning when 4 or more inches of snow or sleet are expected in the next 12 hours, or 6 or more inches in 24 hours, or a quarter inch or more of ice accumulation is expected. And before I move on, I want to go back to, I emphasize the words possibility, because 12 to 36 hours is a lot of time for a system to move northerly, southerly, stay further west or east of the target area, and where they put a watch out. So we always here at the Four Brothers, when we give our model predictions or forecasts, we always use the word possibility. And, the one thing about weather, it is science, but it is not exact. There's never going to be an exact science for weather, because Mother Nature, she does her own thing. So,
Absolutely, especially the farther out you go.
correct. So I just wanted to reiterate the word possibility and explain why they say the word possibility. So, a winter storm warning indicates that heavy snow of at least 6 inches in 12 hours or 8 inches in 24 hours is expected. It can also be issued if sleet accumulation will be at least a half an inch, which means that is more than likely going to happen at that point. The warning, the models all indicate that this area where the warning has been issued, they will get it. Does it happen every time? No. And that's something else to reiterate. A lot of times people will get upset with National Weather Service when we'll use a tornado warning for an example. Well, we didn't get a tornado. Well, yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean you will get it, but it means conditions are favorable for the likelihood of said warning. An ice storm warning simply indicates that ice accumulation of at least a fourth of an inch is expected. And with a blizzard warning, it indicates that blizzard conditions, low visibility of less than a fourth mile due to falling and or blowing snow, and winds of at least 35 miles per hour are expected for at least 3 hours. So, a lot of times when people hear blizzard, they think of 24 to 36 inches of snow and, you know, snow apocalypse is the joke that goes around. But really, it doesn't take a lot for roads to be impassable and for conditions to just be treacherous, for lack of better words, for you to be out and about.
Absolutely. If I can add something on to the blizzard part of that, is you'll hear people refer to blizzard-like conditions. And what that is referring to is that you just might not have sustained the 3 hour mark. You could have had all of that criteria for only 2 hours. So you was blizzard-like conditions.
Correct. And, here at the Four Brothers, I hope, moving forward, you guys understand that we are more than just people who are about giving you weather forecast and our predictions, and we're here to educate too. So that's why we have made a conscious decision here in the communications department to start putting out these types of videos, and we hope not only do you find it educational but entertaining as well.
Absolutely, Matt. I mean, the biggest thing is from what we've learned, I have not went through meteorology school, anything like that. None of the four brothers have. We do have meteorologist friends, but we take extra time to learn different terminologies, different reasonings. There's a blizzard. Okay, what's causing this blizzard? How does it form? What's the duration? All of this stuff. We take our personal time to learn and better understand the weather. And what we're going to try to do is to help relay some of that information to you. So if something, whether it's a blizzard, ice, severe thunderstorm watch, or severe thunderstorm warning, any of that comes to your area, when the news media, your local news media, which we encourage for you to watch and follow for your area, because they're meteorologists first of all, but they're going to hone in on your area. Um, they're going to give you the information. You'll just be able to understand it a little bit better. But even with you following your local meteorologist, again, we highly recommend. We also, ask that you follow us, give us a like and a subscribe down there. Because it's been told to me, and I looked this up. I fact checked it, that if you do not like the page, I heard every time you go to sleep for the next 5 weeks, a fly will try to land on your face while you're trying to sleep. So we're just trying to help you out by not letting that happen. So make sure to reach down there and hit that like button. We don't want that to happen to you. Go ahead, Matt.
Also, follow us on all forms of social media at Brothers Storm Team on Twitter and Four Brothers Storm Team on Facebook. I kind of wonder if Four Brothers Storm Team was taken on, or if that would be too long of a handle, why we left the four off of Twitter. But just to reiterate, it is Brothers Storm Team at Twitter, Facebook, Four Brothers Storm Team, YouTube, Four Brothers Storm Team as well, and our website. It's www.fourbrotherstormteam with two S's.
Yeah, it's the brothers part is plural, and a lot of people will type it in and drop one of the S's.
Um, .org, correct? We are a .org. We are an
Yes,
organization.
yep, it
So,
is .org.
so
With that on our webpage, excuse me, Matt.
yeah,
With that on our webpage, right now you can see some of the pictures on there. You can get a bio of the directors. Also, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see our national alerts channel. That is a Zello channel. We operate all of our communications mainly over Zello. You can go there. There's a little speaker. Unclick that speaker if there's severe weather out there. That's where we will alert any tornado warnings, any warnings that we see. We announce and read what the National Weather Service has to say, as well as um, missing and endangered people. We have a part there that announces that as well. Soon, we're going to have a third box there, and that's going to be our radar room. So when an event is happening, like when Matt and I and the other and our other members and directors are on there going over a storm, you will hear us discussing the storm. You will hear us telling where we see it, what we see, if we see debris in the air, if we see a cell starting to appear to go supercellular, anything along that line. That's where we do our communications at there. So we're going to put it on our website and make it available for you to listen to if you're interested in some of our chatter about weather.
also be advised too, uh, a new thing that we are going to be implementing here for severe weather. We are going to be live streaming. We will have a radar site up, and we will also be announcing all of the storms that are happening in real time. So if you are interested in that, that will be on our Four Brothers YouTube channel. So look forward to that as well. We're really trying to ramp up what we're doing here, especially in the communications department. We're really trying to take that next step. And like we said, not only are we about informing you, but educating you as well.
Absolutely. We got other projects lined up to go over different things as the seasons change. We'll come back and forth on them topics. There's no sense of talking about tornadoes and hurricanes right now because frigid temperatures and blizzards are more likely to happen than them right now. Not saying a tornado can occur. I just seen a video of a snow-nado, Matt. Did you see that?
I have not. You'll have to send it my way so I can see it.
In Greece, there was somebody who captured a tornado while it was snowing, and it's pure white snow-nado.
Huh.
But right now we're going to be focusing on the colder weather and what comes with that, whether it's the ice or like that big system that just went up the northeast with dumping all that snow all along the northeast up into Maine. It went down as far as I believe Little Rock, Arkansas, wasn't it? Jackson, Mississippi.
Yep. And, if you give us a follow on YouTube, you'll see that we did a video on that as well.
Absolutely. We're going to try to do our videos once it starts on YouTube. We're going to hopefully be able to simultaneously share it on the Facebook as well. Try to give both aspects in case you can't get one or the other. You can at least see it. So you have two different forms of following
That's correct.
for for our live storm coverage.
Yeah. And, just remember, Al said it earlier. We're not meteorologists. We just play ones on YouTube.
Yeah, we're not meteorologists, Matt. We're YouTube sensations.
Yeah,
That's our professional job.
yeah. But in all in all seriousness, we do take what we do very, very serious. And when we formed a team, it was with public safety in mind. So even though we aren't professionals, we take our roles on this team very serious. And your safety, public safety, comes number one for us. So just remember that we are working hard to better ourselves every day, so we can be better to better help you.
Absolutely. We do go through additional training, online training, uh, through like MedEd being one of them. Any of the webinars that National Weather Service puts on, we spread it throughout our team, so all of us have the opportunity to go and learn more. Whether that be storm spotting elite down in Paducah or advanced storm spotting up here in the Ohio area, um, we really try to, like Matt was saying, we take it upon ourselves to go out and learn more to help you, because this is all uh, public safety driven. If not, we wouldn't have none of this. There's no sense having YouTube, Facebook, any of that, because the four of us can talk on Zoom, Discord, Zello, whatever we want. But we choose to make this public service announcements and stuff just to help you and help our family members, friends, and anybody else who chooses to like and subscribe.
Remember, if you don't, the fly.
That fly.
But with that
Can't
being
have that.
with that being said, my name once again is Matthew Jacobs, Public Information Officer for the Four Brothers Storm Team.
And I'm Al Dennis, Director 100 of Communications for Four Brothers.
Everybody, you have a great day, and thank you for tuning in, and look forward to bringing you more high quality entertainment here with the Four Brothers Storm Team.